Now, to add content to the courses created, you have to now click log into LMS. So once we are in, you can see that all the courses assigned to this particular lecturer, they are all listed. So we now want to add content to a particular course, BCH 211, for example. So you click from here and then watch what transpires. Okay, now we have this already added course. So we will not want to change too many things here. So instead, we will just go back and use another account. So let's use 214. Okay, nothing has been added to this one. So if nothing has been added at all, this is what should show in Lemology 1. That's the course title registered on the platform. Now, to add anything at all, you must click turn editing on. And then you see it now showing like with this edit options. So the thing you do here, because it's a semester approach week by week, it's easier to use add topic. All the stuff is not clumped into a particular page. So you can break the entire semester into sections week by week or topic by topic, and then you add all the contents of lecture notes and all of that week by week. So here I'll just for you could type that directly or use the scroll buttons. Add 12 topics in 12 different segments in this course. Now you can see I have topic 1 to topic 12 under announcement that was there before. So we want to okay, you can add an announcement for your course anyway. Click the edit button, you can do what you want to do. Under the announcement, you can add activity, or you can send a message from the add activity or resource to this announcement. But our emphasis today is on the topic. So enzymology, let's now edit the topic. First topic, for example, is introduction to enzymes. So use intro to enzymes. The instruction there says escape to console, enter when finished. So we are through, enter. You can see that the topic now to the title we have in the course outline. Now to add content to this particular uh, what's it called now, add an activity, you just click this. If you want to edit this settings, you can use this edit function. But for now, we want to add a resource. So let's say we're adding this time and as okay, let's start with lesson notes. Let's start with lesson notes. There are two approaches. The easy thing to do is to just use file. In this case, you attach your document directly. I think for the sake of okay, we're trying to get used to this approach. You can use this app, just use click file. So that takes us here. And all we need to do is, for example, I'll just say the name of this particular note is intro to enzyme or enzymology. Okay, we'll take intro to enzymology notebook to lecture notes, please. Then, if you want to add a description, you can do that. Then, if you add a description, okay, this lecture notes, whatever you add, but I'll add this so that we'll see it later. Then you click display on course page so that it will be displayed under. Then we just now select a file, whether from content bank, server files, but from this particular option, we have to pick some the our local drive. So let me say I pick this, for example, as lecture notes. It comes here, then you click upload this file. So we can see now that the document is uploaded. So once it's on the platform, students who are enrolled can come there, download and use. There are two approaches to setting up lecture notes. Either you attach as a file or you use the HTML editor. But this is the first approach. Maybe in subsequent video, we can prepare, maybe explain the other approaches. But this is easier and it's just very direct. So we have the other options here, which how do you want this particular thing to display on the page? Okay, show the size of the file, show the type, in this case PDF, show so we can continue. There are some other options here. It's actually very simple. Just feel free to navigate. Show on course page. Of course, it should show on course page so that students can easily see it. There is no ID number. If you wish to know what it means, click this question mark and then it will take you straight to the help page explaining what you're supposed to know. Restrict access in case you wish to restrict some access by some students or some category of people to the particular material. So if you click add, for example, now you can see it's here. So assuming I have materials for the entire semester and I want it to be released sequentially, week one for topic one, week two for topic two, I can easily use this date option, for example, to set that. So if I click, it now comes here. Students must then you now say date from today's 17th February now to okay, that's when it will be available. So it means it is the day I put that they will be able to access it. If I want to set it for sometime next week, I'll have to click 1 week from now will be okay. Another let's take another date for we just say 25th February, for example, and then we'll continue our work. But if you want the students to have access to the material anytime across the entire semester, no need for this. So you can just cancel that restriction. Activity completion, because you can actually record activity of students on the platform per assignment that you have uploaded as a lecturer. So how do you want the system to know when students finish what you asked them to do? So you could say that's free. Nobody's asking anybody to do anything, and the system will not capture any activity. Now, students can mark manually. This may not be a good idea because they could just mark and not do anything. But here, show activity complete when conditions are met. So assuming we set some restrictions just now, that okay, so the students are required to view as from this date. So only those who viewed from that date are the ones that will capture as those who have done the activity. When is this activity expected to be completed? So if it's for week one, and week one is from 13th to 17th, you could just enable. If you enable, then you can now see, you can now edit these options. So it means by the end of today, for example, it's a 24-hour clock. So we'll put 23:59 so that by midnight today, the activity is expected to be completed. Automatically, the system will generate that report and you can use it later. Tags are identifiers. So you can pick any tag you desire, maybe notes, lecture notes, whatever, but it's not so important. Then competencies. These are ordinarily what you expect the students to learn from the discussion. But for now, you may leave it. You click save and display. So once we save and display, we have it here. So to see properly what we have done, just click the topic one. See now that our lecture notes, the attachment is there. The description we added is going to appear here. So once students come active link, once they click it, they can actually download that material. So that's an activity we've added to topic one, lesson notes, which is very important. Take note, you can see that from this line here to this line are for this particular topic one. But above the line, anything you add here will be general across. Remember I said earlier that if you use this one for the entire semester, you may end up having all your materials clumped up and then it will be difficult for students to actually know which is for week one or week two. But if you have materials like maybe lecture notes now, like teaching material, like textbooks, journal publications. So this is the first approach to adding lesson notes. The other approach, which is the HTML format, we can also add if we so desire. But we will not be doing that, but I'll show you how. you click add an activity or resource, and then remember still under lesson one, you can come here and say lesson. So just like we did for that one just now, we're going to add the title of the lesson, description if you wish, set all the settings. The difference here is at the end of this, you will now have a space to copy directly what you have as note or you have prepared as a lecture note into that space. But it's a little cumbersome because you have to now import the pictures of your material one after the other. So using the initial approach is just one very easy way to sort this one out. So I'll cancel this one now, and then we'll come back to our initial page. So this is about adding lesson notes.